not supposed to fit in a box here. We're all trying to fit in. Hi, and welcome to Launch Your Rocket. I'm Jen Smith, and this is Elevate, the place where we help you launch the life of your dreams. In today's episode, you're not supposed to fit in a box. And you think this doesn't apply to you? It applies to everybody. Have you ever felt like you're just not quite fulfilled and you just can't put your finger on it? No, not you? Okay. Let me ask you this then. Are you waking up excited for the day, like leaping, jumping, excited, getting out of bed? Because if not, I think I know why. It's probably because you're doing what you're doing because the world has told you to. You know, from the time we're young, we've been handed a script. Pick a major, choose a smart career path. Follow the world's blueprint for success. And here's the thing, we're all in this pit together. Even the people who love you, maybe especially the people who love you the most, because they want you to be secure. They want you to be successful because the world says that's where our joy comes from. They're guiding you in the best way we know how, but sometimes that means they're unknowingly pushing you towards what the world says is valuable instead of what God says is necessary to have joy and excitement. And we all do it. We follow that path, thinking it's going to lead to joy, purpose, and meaning. But what if we've been doing it all backwards? 1 Corinthians 12 paints a very different picture, one that actually makes sense. It's a verse that describes the body. Body is one whole made up of many parts. Each part is unique, but all are necessary. The quote says, if the foot says, I'm not part of the body because I'm not like a hand, does it make it any less part of the body? Stick with me. And if an ear says, I'm not part of the body because I'm not like an eye, would that make it any less important? This is in the Bible, and we thought the Bible was all like in a different language. It's simple. So 1 Corinthians 12, 15, 16 really gets us to think. Imagine if a foot doesn't think it's as valuable to the body because it's not a hand and hands are more visible. Sounds ridiculous, right? But is it? Because that's exactly what we do in life. We compare. We assume that because our gifts look different, that they don't matter as much. And here's the real kicker. The world is brainwashing us to think this way. I mean, seriously, think about when you have kids and they go off to college. They have to pick a major. One single thing that's supposedly going to determine their future. And what do we do as parents to try and help them? Well, we immediately look at the world's blueprint and we analyze what is the best career path, the most stable industries, the highest paying jobs. And what's the result? We start shaping ourselves and our children to impress the world instead of thriving in what we were actually created for. Society glorifies movie stars and millionaires and hedge fund managers like they're more successful than teachers and nurses and small business owners. They're not more successful, they're just different. Each one has a different part. The world has built an illusion that only a handful of careers, industries, and personalities hold real value, but God never said that. We were created differently on purpose. Each of us carries unique gifts, not to compete, but to complete one another. You cannot just start acting like an ear if you were created to be an eye. You'll never thrive that way. And yet, isn't that exactly what the world tells us to do? Oh my gosh, we're doing life all backwards. And here's the part I love. In 1 Corinthians 12:24, it says, while of course the more visible parts don't require special care, God has put the body together in such a way, you ready, that extra honor and care are given to those parts that might otherwise seem less important. Did you catch that? God gives extra honor and care to the parts that seem less important, and yet what do? We idolize the flashy. We elevate the powerful. We chase after what looks good instead of what is good. But what if the thing that the world ignores is the very thing God values the most? We don't need to fit into a box. The very gifts that you downplay, the ones that don't seem big enough, bold enough, or maybe impressive enough, those are exactly the ones that God designed to be necessary. So instead of striving to be something you're not, Lean into what God already placed inside of you, because maybe, just maybe, the fulfillment the world is so desperately seeking is lost because we're seeking the world's permission instead of God's blueprint. Go be who God created you to be and watch your heart ignite. Use your talent, use your gift, use your niche. You've heard me say that before. Hopefully you've heard me before. That gift inside of you, that thing that comes so easy to you that you don't even think it's anything. It's like common sense. Use that gift. Do what with it? Go out and pour onto others. Serve with it. And then watch God rain down abundance on you. See, that's how it happens. Get out of the box. Stop fitting into the world. Start using your gift and let God pour on you. And that's it for today's episode of Elevate. If this hit home, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend who needs to hear it as well. And make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more. But remember, those things are really just the front porch. If you want to come inside and really do some deep work, all of the deep conversations, they're on YouTube. You can also go to launchyourrocket.com, connect with me directly. I have some courses there. You can join my community. Thanks again for being with me today. I'm so glad you're here. I'll see you next time on Elevate.